What is up, YouTube? That's here, bringing you guys a super cool VGC 2016 game. Today we are going up against Slim Shady, who's using Clefable, Kangaskhan, Kyogre, and Ludicolo. We're going to be using Mega Mawile, Breloom, Primal Groudon, and Yveltal. I'm looking at this guy's team, and I see this Clefable, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I hate Clefable. Minimize, I don't even want to deal with Minimize. It also just gets like, follow me and all those stupid moves I don't want to deal with. And then I also see a Ludicolo, and a lot of people have been talking about Ludicolo Kyogre being like the next big thing. And it makes sense, because like Politoed and not Politoed and Kyogre, Politoed and Ludicolo was super big for the past 2 years in 2014 and 2015. It makes sense people would like to try Ludicolo with the Kyogre, but I don't know. I think it's stupid. I don't really like it. I think Ludicolo is a great lead. I think Ludicolo is a great Pokemon by itself, but I think when you're pairing it with a Kyogre, it's like you're trying too hard, because at that point, there's just sometimes, like, if I were to get my weather up, he would have nothing. He would have absolutely nothing. What's he gonna do? Giga Drain me down? I mean, and I could just like one-shot him with a Fire Punch, you know? So I'm just saying that doesn't really happen this game, but I think Ludicolo Kyogre is super dangerous, and it's pretty much all in. That's my 2 cents on that. We're going to be talking mostly about Clefable this game, so I'm going to get right into it, and I'm going to start talking about why I think Clefable is potentially usable. It's probably even the best follow me user right now. So Clefable, Kangaskhan being my opponent's lead, and like I said, this is 2015 easy peasy throwback. We got the potential for fake outs, minimize. We have, I mean, Clefable can even like Cosmic Power. This thing can do almost anything. It can learn most TMs in the game, and I mean, I'm just gonna get rocked here pretty hard. We're gonna see him go Mega Kang. I'm probably going Mega Mawile this turn, and Clefable has access to what is that ability? Is it Magic Coat? The ability that makes it so like burn and stuff like that don't really take it down. Toxic doesn't take it down. Clefable is pretty much just full of surprises. Also note its unevolved form, Clefairy, who most people like to use with an Evilite, can have Friend Guard. It kind of sucks Clefable can't, because that would just be broken. But Friend Guard is another option for a Clefairy, if anyone's wondering about that as well. So first turn, instead of seeing a Minimize, we are going to see a Calm Mind out of this thing. Remember how I said this thing can learn most TMs in the game? It can learn like the Ice Beams, I think it can learn like the Thunderbolts, the Flamethrowers. I think it can learn, I know in Gen 1 it could get Tri-Attack, but I know it can't get it anymore. That'd be pretty good. And also it's a Fairy type, so it can learn all those Fairy moves as well. So what it's going to do here is it's going to go for a Protect. Great play after you use like a stat boosting move. One of my favorite things to do as the Clefairy user would be to Protect, because it says like, hey, I'm going to get really strong unless you take me out, and the best thing then is to like bait with a Protect. It's super good play, but I call him on it. It's not like I call him on it. I thought he might Protect, but I'm just Iron Heading the Kangaskhan, and I was hoping for him to use Follow Me, and I was trying to force the Follow Me onto the Clefable slot. We saw I lost my Breloom that turn, but it's not like I feel like I'm super behind. I mean, Breloom just wasn't going to cut it. I was trying to catch Kyogre as a lead. It didn't really work, and I wasn't planning on switching into my Groudon and just eating that return. I just spotted Breloom there. As I go for a Sucker Punch onto this Kang, he actually lets himself get Sucker Punched on a board where he could have followed me, so I was super happy about that. I'm going to follow it up with a Fire Punch in the sun onto this Clefable, and it almost gets the knockout. That's ridiculous. He's probably heavily invested in offensive stats, I have to imagine. And he replies back with a Flamethrower, boosted by Calm Mind in the sun. And it's this type of stuff that is the reason why I think Clefable's good. Because VGC Regionals, or even the ladder, are best of one until you make top 8. And it's this type of gimmick that's like, GG, the game's over. The game's over. I mean, it's almost over right there. My Mawile was my shining ticket, and if I didn't Sucker Punch that Kang, he would still have Kang on the board. You know how over this game would have been? It would have been so over if I just went for like, oh, I'll just Iron Head and Precipice Blades. I would have just lost the game. It would have been terrible. So Clefable's still putting in work here. I'm gonna miss my Precipice Blade on it, which means it has another shot to put in even more work. And note that he has a Kyogre on the board versus my Groudon. That kind of sucks here. But, I mean, what else am I really supposed to do? We see him go for an Ice Beam. And, like, this guy's played so well up towards now. Why is he Ice Beaming? The only thing I can actually think of is he expected me to protect with my Groudon and go for like a Tailwind, and he tried to just hit me or freeze me before I could do that. It looks like that's definitely what he's going for here. He's nuking the Yveltal slot. He really tried to call the protect with my Groudon. It didn't work, but it kind of worked because he totally froze my Yveltal with 2 Ice Beams. Where's my Desolate Land, Harsh Sunlight when I need it? We're now going to see his Kyogre go for a protect. And I really don't, I can't agree with this protect here. I mean, I get he wants to keep his Kyogre on the board. I guess he kind of has to, but he's just giving me turns to thaw out, which I do thaw out here. I wish I would have popped that Tailwind. You know how amazing that would have been? But I popped the Oblivion Wing just to make sure. I did it just to make sure because I missed on the Clefairy with the Precipice Blades. So I have to protect here, right? Look at this board. He has potential for Fake Out, Origin Pulse. The game's over. He gets a second protect off his Kyogre. There's no Origin Pulse. He hard reads me, super hard reads me, and goes for an Ice Beam on my Yveltal. He knew I was going to protect. He covered his bases through he covered like a Sucker Punch. He covered everything by going for that Ice Beam. And I'm like, I've lost. But he Ice Beams again. He Ice Beams again. I get a Precipice Blade off, I KO his Kyogre, and I'm like, why are you Ice Beaming me? That's like the 6th Ice Beam in a row. Just hit me with a Water Attack, and then it hits me. That Ludicolo has to be choiced. It has to be choiced. Because why? It has to be. I think it's Specs because he's slower than my Groudon after the rain. And this is why I said Ludicolo Kyogre is all in. His Kyogre could have Origin Pulsed. It didn't. He could not risk missing. And I see that. I understand you want to Ice Beam the Yveltal. You read me like a book. Still should have Origin Pulsed, by the way. Or done any other move. But then the Ludicolo not using Fake Out. If he would have Fake Outed my Groudon, I mean, I protected anyways to block the Fake Out. But I just couldn't believe it is choiced. It had to be Specs. Specs Ludicolo let him down. When Clefable brought that game back, Clefable killed them all while Clefable was the one that froze the Yveltal. And I do think Clefable's really good. So let me know what you think about these two things in this battle. Do you guys like the Clefable, the offensive Calm Mind Clefable? He didn't even have to use Follow Me, but I'm sure he did have it. Because once you get like 1 or 2 Calm Minds off, you can just follow me that for days and their special attackers can't break you. And then what do you think about the Kyogre Ludicolo? I know I don't really like it that much, and I especially don't like it if the Ludicolo is using a Choice Specs. Sure, it can probably hit pretty hard. That Ice Beam did chunk my Groudon. But I mean, it's not worth it, right? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm super interested to hear your guys' opinions on this topic. And other than that, guys, I think I'm going to call it here. I will see you guys next time. Peace out.